Well, folks, it is graduation day. I have been raising some barred rock chicks in this water tub, big water tub, Rubbermaid water tub. I found it's a good place to raise them. They can't jump out of it. I put a cardboard on top of it anyway, but they're graduating to my big cage outside. Still can't put them in the chicken pen because the big mama chickens are in there and I'm afraid they would fight them. So just taking them out of here one by one, and I'll show you when I get them in the pen. Gotta catch them. They're frisky little critters. Gotta catch them, and then we'll put them in the pen. But this is a pretty good place to raise chicks. Wish they'd all stay bunched up like that when I try to catch them. All right, I'll show you when I get them in the new pen. So I got them out in their new home. This is probably 30-inch deep, 6 feet long, maybe 7. And this is where I usually raise the intermediate chicks, and before they go in the big pen with the big girls, or before I sell the big girls and put these in here, in the hen house. But it's always worked well. I've got just a rabbit feeder, which seems to work real well for them to eat. They come on the other side and eat out of it, and hung their water from the top. Put a little of the wood chips or the shavings in there, simply because that's what they're used to. And the wire, I don't want the wire to be too hard on their feet to begin with. They'll get calloused, I guess. I don't know that it's really a problem. I've never seen a problem, and I've done this 3 or 4 times. But good looking chickens, barred rock, and just nice looking. They're 5 weeks old, I think, something like that, and ready to go. I've got 2 little perches in there I made just out of 2 before and a 1 before, for them to just a little T that I've got them placed to perch on, and that'll give them an idea about roosting. That when I put them in the big pen, they will already have that instinct to kind of get up higher. And anyway, this has always worked out for me. It's supposed to be in the 60s at night for the next probably week at least, if not 2. Got a storm coming this weekend, a few days, but I think they're gonna like it. They always have, like I say, never had any problem with them in the past. And they seem to love those perches, so they'll get up on there. Right now, they're concerned about the cage. They don't know what that's all about. They're sharpening their beaks on them and just having a big time. Those flakes are so small. I should have got a large flake, I guess, but those are so small that most of them are filtering through the bottom, which is fine. I don't really, want to keep them in there. My whole point about this is that they will poop and it will fall down in these shavings that I've been emptying out of their pen, out of their little holding pen where I first put them, their brooder. Been emptying it in here with all their poop and stuff, and now they'll just poop freely and directly down in it. And this is just a place where I store my shavings from the big pen when I clean out the big pen, as well as let my little chickens poop on it. And they love it. They love to poop on it. I love for them to poop on it because it makes some good gold. And anyway, that's just want to show you I do have some baby chicks. I didn't hatch them. Bought them at a feed store. Bought 10. I have 8 left. 2 of them died fairly quickly, and I don't know why, but that's okay. You're not guaranteed to get them all, but they look good. They're healthy, feathered out. Look to me to be fully feathered, so I think they're going. Even if it got cold, I think they could handle the cold. All they're used to is pretty warm. Even though I took the brooder out a week or more ago, still just the heat of them being in an enclosed space together, it was pretty warm in the brooder. So they're not used to fresh air, first of all, and I know they're going to love that because that brooder I've cleaned it out 2 or 3 times, put new bedding in it, but that brooder was smelling like ammonia. It's still smelling pretty nasty. So they ought to be real happy about the fresh air they're getting. And the storms tonight may not be to their liking, but it'll work out. And I don't think they're so far back in there. I can't get so far back in there that I don't think the rain will get them, even if it's a really hard blowing rain. All barred rock. That's kind of what I'm sold on. They're, you know, I've had different breeds, and they're better laying breeds than the Barred Rock. But the Barred Rock just seem to be so consistent. They're gentle. They're easy to find a rooster. If I did want to hatch my own, easy to find a Barred Rock rooster. And these are looking good. So if you don't have some chickens, maybe it's a good time to get some. They're not cheap. But I think I paid $4 a piece for these when they were about 2 or 3 days old, which I thought was pretty good. Considering nowadays, it used to be $2 a piece, but that was a long time ago. They're not chickens anymore, they're pullets. So, you know, young pullets. And got them a new home. They got more room to roam, more room to fly a little bit and to fight a little bit, and just they'll like it a lot better. So just want to show you that, and tell you, you know, you ought to get some too. You ought to get some chickens if you don't have any. And because you never know what's coming. You might want to have some fresh eggs. Who knows what the shortages are going to be next? Could be eggs. So get set up for that and for everything else that might be coming. You know I got to talk that prepping noise. All right. I think that's it. We're gone.